years, yoga has been something that I've always really loved, but there were so many times in my life that I managed to cancel it on the day that I was supposed to do it. And it was never because I didn't care about it or because I was being lazy, because yes, I really did want to do it. But there was a queue in front of me of things that I needed to do, things that I had to do, people that I had to see, people that I love and care about and do things for. I was at the back of the queue every time. And it happened a lot. And I'm not saying that I never did yoga, but I just thought there was always like yes, it's almost like yoga's a privilege or a treat. And then, and I would just cancel it and go, right, I'm going to do all these things first. And then the day was over. So I never really got to do what I wanted to do all the time. I've got two children. So it was children, it was husband, it was sorting the house out, it was work, full-time work, it was life, it was talking to my mum. All these things are important and meaningful to me, but they were, to a certain extent, they are for me. But then there was nothing that was like completely selfish. And that's the part of yoga that I wasn't getting enough of. Yoga used to be a thing that I thought had to be and look a certain way. So before I did my teacher training, I didn't know much about the philosophy. And I thought yoga was going to a class, wearing a certain outfit, and we're having a certain mat and being there for 90 minutes and working as hard as you can, trying to keep up with everyone, and trying not to compare yourself to everyone, which so many of us do, and trying not to look like an idiot. So that's kind of what I thought yoga was supposed to be like. And if I didn't get my full 90 minutes, then it wasn't real yoga and all of those things. I kind of thought I had to be perfect and it had to be perfect. And because life was so busy, I would generally be rushing to get to yoga. So if I was doing yoga on a Saturday morning, I had to get the kids sorted, get the breakfast done, leave them there with their dad, and then jump into the car and rush to yoga and have 35 minutes to get there when the class started in 30 minutes, and try and arrive there looking serene and not be rushed, because it seems crazy to rush to go do something that's relaxing. But that is the reality of what I was doing. But I just wanted to get there so badly. And but just trying to control how I looked and feel, and so many things that I was trying to control. But what I realized after much time is that life never offers us the perfect moments. And if we are just waiting for the perfect moment all the time, then we may never start at all. I thought it had to be a 90-minute thing, but I realized I could still get something out of it if it was 10 minutes. And yoga online has changed my whole life. I spend a lot of time on YouTube looking for yoga teachers that I resonate with and whose classes I do. And that's why I decided to start my own channel, because the people that came into my classes were so similar to what I had experienced. But every time I stepped onto my mat, even just to lie down and just do Shavasana, not even move, there's something about that that makes me really happy. The minute I lie down on the mat or I put a block behind my head or something, I just feel instantly better. So it's not just about all the stretching and the moving and the breathing. It's about making that connection and go, I'm still here, I'm still me. When I started doing all this in between stuff, I noticed I became stronger. I became more flexible. I was finally able to put my hands on the ground flat without a rounded back, because I have really short hamstrings. So everything progressed, that 1% rule, everything progressed a little bit more every single day. And then it just became, when I went back into a yoga class once a week, it became that I'd get there and I'd feel like I'd started where I left off rather than starting from the beginning again. But doing it at home just means you build confidence and strength and flexibility. Why I created Loki Yoga on YouTube initially was because the people in my class were asking for more yoga, and I wasn't able to give the time of a regular class every week because I was working in a normal job, a 9 to 5 desk job. So I wanted to give them the ability to do more yoga and keep it up. Now that's starting to grow a little bit and people are wanting more. And I'm just really enjoying it. I love editing. I love YouTube, and I've got a YouTube channel, which I'm loving so much. So in between my job, I am on Saturdays, I'm filming like I am right now and creating videos for people and hoping that I can give them some enjoyment. People who are just like me and just trying to find their way through life. And they're not perfect, and they're never going to, they're not, there's no such thing as being the perfect yogi. I had so many questions in classes that I was too afraid to ask, or there wasn't time, or I didn't want to like bother the teacher at the end of the class, and I didn't want to interrupt her during the flow. Things that I wanted to know. How do you actually do that, that it looks so smooth? I want to know how that's possible. And I think that the best thing to learn how to do those things is yoga tutorials on YouTube. So in this, in Loki, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how to do things that you wouldn't necessarily know how to do in a class. And then you can go back into your class and feel a bit less self conscious. I want to answer the questions that so many people are too afraid to ask. And I don't have all the answers, but I like to do my research. I'm definitely not a doctor, so I can't give you medical advice, but yoga's made my life better. And I just want everyone to feel like how I feel. It's genuine. I don't always feel happy. I mean, I feel sad and irritated and angry a lot of the time, but yoga gets me through it. So whether you have 5 minutes or 15, whether you're coming back after a long time of doing yoga and you can't remember how to do it, whether you're feeling strong or feeling stiff, or if you just need a moment for yourself, start exactly where you are. Stop what you're doing and just start. And each day you'll see progress.